Soon as you come on this show, soon as you hit the Hey everybody, it's your girl AM, man. I'm with another special guest, Miss Evalyn, in the building. And just to let y'all know just a little bit about Evalyn before we get deep into it. She is New Orleans raised, man, and was there, had to move due to Katrina when she was 15. She is the oldest of four, and she is from a Honduran and Black heritage. Okay, all right, a little biracial. That has played a part in her growing, in her basically of her childhood. She was either too white for Black kids or too Black for Spanish kids. But one thing that she knew for sure was always being herself. Her mom basically taught her to be diverse and open-minded. That's what basically decided for her coming up with being a weirdo, which is what we're basically here to talk about, the art of being a weirdo and what it basically means. She is an artist, very passionate. She has a love of mixed arts, acrylic, watercolor, color pencils, charcoal, crayons, markers. The list goes on.
All of that.
Basically, if it can be drawn out, it can be used. She gonna use it, y'all.
Right. Basically.
Basically, but that's a little summary, little bio.
Yeah,
it's great to have you here, man.
Thank you. It's a pleasure.
As you all, you're very welcome. As you can see, I'm a fan of the brand.
Appreciate you.
Yes, and with that, I know I kind of gave a little brief summary, but how has it, been being in Dallas? Did you move here right after Katrina, or would you have some stops along the way?
So many stops along the way. It's just crazy because I remember it's yesterday, even though it happened so long ago. So I was 15. It was the last day, the day before we had to evacuate. I went with my mom, my siblings, and one of her coworkers. We drove to Alabama, and it was the most horrible experience. But from Alabama, we went to Port Arthur. Then we had to evacuate from Hurricane Rita. So, yeah, I know. So in the midst of evacuating from Katrina, we're evacuating from another hurricane. So we just bounced all over the Metroplex, and then I ended up here.
I think that's when you were 15. It all happened at the same time frame.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Okay. No, that's a lot of moving, but you've been here since then.
Yeah.
So what kind of has kept you here?
So my mom made it a point to keep us here because all of our family went back. When it was time, when they opened the floodgates. Well, I shouldn't say that. That's not a good reference. But when they said, "Hey, y'all can come back," a lot of my family went, and she decided to stay because it was just better experience as far as schooling is concerned, better work, because out there it's not the best school systems or best jobs there. So
I do understand that. Yeah. Me being from Mississippi, I understand it's home, and it always will be home, but it's just in regards to growth, opportunity, it's definitely more here. Would you say that you've had a major opportunity in regards to the art?
Major opportunity with art?
Yeah, being able to go to different events here that maybe you wouldn't have been able to have access to back home.
Oh, yeah.
I know New Orleans, of course, is known for its art, is known for the culture. But in regards to certain opportunities, in regards to connecting with different people, do you feel like it's a little bit different if you were there than here?
I think so. I never really got an opportunity to showcase my work since I was so young. I mean, of course, like, amongst friends and family, of course, but the opportunities that I've gotten out here, I don't possibly, but I don't think it would have been the same experience.
I do understand it. Like Mississippi has come a long way. In my hometown, there's a lot of different things like developing, but then I get hit with news about like the capital, the city right
Hmm.
next to where I live, no water. People
Yeah,
houses flooded.
that's
They
crazy.
can't drink the water. And this is
Yeah.
like it's so much growth and so much opportunity, and yet it's always a setback that happens and ends up just affecting people in a major way. Like Jackson State, I mean, their football team has definitely come a long way, and this affects the players and the people that
Hmm.
would want to come to Jackson to watch them play.
Hmm.
But yeah, when it comes to your art, though, I see that beautiful painting behind
Oh,
you.
yeah. Let me,
Showcase that a little bit.
yeah, some light. It's the most recent painting, one of the most recent paintings I've done.
And what was your inspiration behind it?
So, um, I was told that it'll probably be like a good idea to draw what I'm feeling or paint what I'm feeling versus writing it down because I felt like it didn't really convey everything that I was feeling or thinking. Like I kind of went through like a dark time, like I think
Mm-hmm.
it's pretty common. So I just took whatever I was feeling and put it into this painting. So there's like a lot of expression that you can see like in the eyes, like being sad or like, different things like that. The good versus like the evil thoughts, that's
No, I
just
like
whatever I
it.
was feeling and thinking in that moment.
So, of course, it seems as if art is therapeutic. It's how you kind
Yeah.
of get out your feelings. When did
Yep.
you say that you kind of realized that that would be how you would express your feelings?
Um, when did I figure that out? I think I figured that out pretty young. It was like an escape. So the growing up, my childhood was very interesting as far as like how to express myself. So I felt like I really couldn't do that with, you know, father figures or parental figures. So my escape was art. So I love doing it. I would do it for hours. I would just set up everything on my bed or at the kitchen table and just have at it.
Did you use that as a way to escape doing like after Katrina?
Um, I didn't really do it too much like during like the whole like evacuation process, but once we finally got settled, yeah, it's like I can't stop. Have to keep going.
But you were already out of there before like the floods and
Yeah,
before.
we got lucky actually. My mom had a car. She didn't know how to drive. It was a stick shift, and she didn't know how to drive it. So um, her coworker asked like, "Hey, do you want to travel with us? Because we have to leave like now." So we evacuated the day before it hit.
Okay,
Yeah,
that is a blessing. That is great.
yeah, that would have
I
been
say,
crazy.
yeah, I was the movie. There's a movie, a documentary on HBO Max about Katrina babies. We're kind of briefly talking about that.
Hmm.
I'm definitely going to take a look. I'm going to watch it. I had a friend from New Orleans
Hmm.
that basically she evacuated too, but there was still having to experience and knowing people and knowing like the damage, and then she actually went back with family.
Hmm.
Basically, how it just changed, New Orleans in
Yeah,
general. Like
definitely.
yeah, it wasn't how it is now. And I never went before
Hmm.
Katrina, so I would never actually see how it was. But do you remember like how it was growing up in New Orleans, like being a kid in New Orleans
Oh my
before
gosh.
Katrina?
Yeah, like it was simple at the time because because I was a kid, but at the same time it was probably some stuff I shouldn't have seen as a child. So it's just like simple things like going to the corner store and getting like some we call it a cold drink
Co-
and like some
COVID.
chips or some candy, like just
Yeah.
simple stuff. Um, and I think that's where I figured out that being a weirdo was like a bad thing. So
Mm.
I got picked on a lot for being tall or like having like, chubby cheeks down to like dimples or, just like different things. Like if I wanted to draw versus go out and play, or I wanted to watch a certain anime versus whatever the kids at the time do, or not listen to a certain rap song because I want to listen to something else. So it was very, very interesting.
Well, I understand that. I mean, I think uh, kids are always
Yeah.
being a kid
Yeah.
is always difficult when
Yeah.
when you're different, when you automatically stand out. It is really hard to be a kid because kids also see that you stand out, and
Yeah.
they definitely hone in on that. And any
Yeah.
slightest little thing, any imperfections,
Yeah.
we all have imperfections, they point out. But when did the transition kind of shift when you realized that being a weirdo wasn't a bad thing, wasn't anything to be ashamed of?
So, that stuck with me for a while, and it wasn't until like I got into like my early 20s where I started to really come out of my shell. Like I was transitioning, like trying to deal with like my sexuality too at the same time too, because in my household, being gay was a bad thing. So on top of trying to figure out who I was dealing with that too. So after like I think like after I moved out of my mom's place, like I was like 22, 23, I started to really like, okay, this is who I am, you know?
And realized it was okay.
Hmm.
Yeah. It was like your mom from like Louisiana, like that's her home, like born and raised.
She was born in Brooklyn, but my grandma went to Louisiana and had the rest of everybody,
Okay.
everybody's from the forest.
All like aunts, uncles,
Hmm. Yeah,
cousins.
everybody.
I was like, so I mean, I don't know about you. I know going to Mississippi, everything is religion.
Man,
Everything. So and so nothing wrong being Christian based. Of course,
right.
everything you gotta live for God in your own way. But
Yeah,
everything is so around it, everything is so becomes so hypocritical about it too.
exactly.
So how does that influence your art? Does it still influence your art? Was it something that
Oh, yeah. So I like to, because art, you can do pretty much anything. Like anything is art. So when I was just like, you know what, I'm just going to start painting naked women, which it doesn't have to be sexual because nudity is still a form of art.
yeah.
So it's just so happened to be a naked woman because I'm a lesbian. So, so I started to do more of that, like more exotic, more like risque type art. So just in my style, I'm pretty diverse. I can do it all.
What would you say is your favorite? Like what have you found to realize that actually like really sits with you or something you always go back to?
I think this style right here, like it's something that, because I can do portraits. Like I have one right here, but I'll do it like in my own style.
I like that.
Thanks. So like you could tell that that's like Tyler the Creator. However, I'm
Yeah.
doing it like in my own style. So like I just like to look at something like that's traditional, but make it untraditional my own way.
So how would you describe that painting behind you? What type of style would you describe it as?
I would think it was like more of like pop art.
Hmm.
So more of like pop art. Like there's a lot of colors. It's like cartoonish, but you can still see like the resemblance that it's me. So in a portrait in a way. So it's like a mix of different art styles.
And when you said that, what was the main feeling you had when you were painting that?
I felt really sad. I felt like extremely sad because I'm just like, man, like I'm still feeling like this. I thought that I was getting past this, but I had to realize that I had to allow myself to feel what I'm feeling so that I can just acknowledge it and just move on and not just marinate in it.
Yeah, go through it.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
that's why I did that.
No, I'm at that point. I'm with you
Hmm.
in regards to that. Realizing that you have to feel everything to actually
Hmm.
work through it because not feeling you can't not feel.
Exactly.
You can't not feel unless you're a sociopath. You like
Exactly.
those one group of people, but you have to you're going to feel, so you have to feel to actually get
Exactly.
through things. So after you finished the painting,
Mm-hmm.
how did you feel? At like looking at it, reflecting on it, how did it make you
I'm
feel?
like, damn, I did that. Like, that's crazy. Like, subconsciously, I'm just painting, like whatever I'm feeling, and then it comes out to something like that. So it's just like wow. At the same time, it was pretty sad, so I like cried about it like afterwards. Like wow, like I felt really sad, and I expressed that. But I started to feel better because the more that I'm being creative, I guess like it stimulates my mental because I'm an overthinker. So it'll help me
Yeah.
like relax or like go to sleep at night because I'll be up all night, girl.
Oh no, I
So,
understand. Thinking about the what ifs.
exactly. Or just think about something that happened like 5 years ago all of a sudden, and now I got a million questions about it.
Yeah, a million
Yeah.
questions. No,
Right.
I used to be that bad until I realized like, therapy.
Yeah.
Therapy.
Yeah.
Therapy works wonders. Talking
It
to
does.
someone that like not like that put things in perspectives. Like put
Mm-hmm.
things like in a way that you never looked at it before. And granted, like I realized I talk to my friends about a lot of things and they add their own, perspective, which is what, you lean on your friends to do. But
Mm-hmm.
actually having someone like put terminology and wording and actually give like step by step plays on how to get out of feeling how you feel definitely
Exactly. And
helps.
that's
And then
they went to school for that and they get paid for that. So they know what
they
they
get
doing.
paid and they get paid.
All right.
Maybe I went through the wrong
I've
idea.
thought about it. I thought about it.
But like I listen to people all day. I can do this. But it goes a lot it goes a lot to it.
Yeah,
It goes a lot. Like holding on to that many people's problems can also probably become a problem.
exactly. I never thought of it that way, but that's something
Oh
to
yeah.
think about.
Most therapists have therapists.
Yeah,
That's an
that's
actual
true.
thing. Most therapists have therapists
That's
because they
true.
know the power of it. like,
Mm-hmm.
like, but you're painting. I feel how you feel in
Mm-hmm.
regards to it and different things that I see. Is that the eye of realm? Am I
Well, this
the
right here.
very top? At the very top, yes, right there.
Oh, the Ankh. Yeah.
The oh, okay,
Yeah, so I think I put that in my paintings a lot because of just growing up in a Christian household and having it. So whatever your parents' views, religious or political, of course they like enforce that onto you. Not
yeah,
necessarily meaning that it's okay. It's just that's how they were brought up too.
wild out, yep.
Right. So it's just like it looks like a cross, but it's also an ankh. So it's just like going back and forth. So it's a lot of deep things in there. So it's cool that you caught that.
Oh yeah, I love different like symbols. Like, I try to be real versed.
Mm-hmm.
And there are different symbols that I see that I do get confused with other ones, but they look familiar to
Mm-hmm.
me. So yeah, I see a lot of different things like in the actual painting. Like I said, it definitely draws something to like the crown because you're still a
Mm-hmm.
queen even when you're
Mm-hmm.
sad.
Mm-hmm.
And even when we feel like even when I feel my lowest, I still know that I'm still that bitch. I'm just having a moment.
Because moments happen.
Moment happen.
It's
You
gonna
have to
happen.
have those moments. You have to have those moments. I used to be
Mm-hmm.
to the point where I used to like not have those moments because I had to be so strong. But no, if I'm gonna be upset, I'm gonna be upset.
Right.
Um, and if I realize some things aren't as deep, I also realize help me reflect about when things shouldn't get me upset.
Mm-hmm.
Being able to kind of grow and realize the difference between knowing how to react to different things.
Yeah.
Um,
Respond versus react.
right, and
Mm-hmm.
it's good that you have that's a positive outlet in regards to like being able to be sad and still pick up a paintbrush and let your mind flow and wonder and be able to create something that
Yeah.
gets it out.
Yeah. It is pretty cool because there are times where I can't, or I just don't want to. So when I have that burst of like motivation or like creative urge to create something, I'm like, okay, let me use this because I don't know when I'm gonna get this again. Because there'll be times where it'll be like months that'll pass and I haven't created anything.
I know, I understand.
Yeah,
I'm at the point where I'm still like in a writer's block in
yeah, I
regards to
know.
music.
I know how
So
you feel.
yeah, it's like it's if you have I have the words, I just can't put them in order to make them make
Exactly.
sense. But speaking of words in order to make sense, somehow this still is weirdo.
Mm-hmm.
So, in regards to the spelling, what made you kind of choose this as kind of like how you would brand it?
Something that's like simple, like four. You can do a lot with just 4 letters.
True.
So none of my hats are like replicated unless I really like the design and I want to do it again. So it's easy to do stuff with just 4 letters, and also it's still weirdo when you pronounce it,
Yeah.
and it's different. So it all goes together.
Oh no, I do love that about like from the moment you see it, you do know what it says.
Yeah.
And what made you start doing the hats?
So I started like to really push my stuff in 2018. So I was just like, what can I put my stuff on that I know that people like? I like too, and it was just like hats. So I was like painting hats to match my shoes or like my outfit because I could never find stuff that will coordinate. So like I'll look at some shoes and be like, okay, I have this color hat, but I can paint it so I can match all the other little details. So, and a lot of people like it too. I'm actually
Yeah.
working on a commission where someone wants me to paint a hat and a shirt for them.
I think so. So, um, how long have you been doing the have commissions been as long as you've been doing the hats themselves? Like, second you started creating, people were like, I want a hat that looks just like that, but
Yeah.
this color.
So commissions they've started before I started pushing my art out. So like select people would ask because just like word of mouth. Oh, I heard that you like to draw and paint. So um, when I started to really push my artwork, I started to get more commissions, and especially with the hats, people love them.
Yeah, I say that's how we actually interacted.
Yeah,
Was a simple compliment of a hat. People be nice in the world. Be
that's
nice
it.
in the world.
That's it.
A simple compliment. You never know who you will meet out in your normal day life.
Exactly.
And I mean, like being out in Dallas, has there been like anyone that you have like have you connected? Have you collaborated with any fellow artists or like shows or things here?
So I've done like my own. I've done an exhibition. These art gurus reached out to me and set it up for me a couple of years ago. As far as like a collab, I haven't done that yet, but it is something that I'm working on with another artist because I would love to collab with him. But yeah,
Okay, can we get a little bit more on that? A little exclusive in regards to you collabing with somebody. Like, can
so
we get a little something? You gotta give it a little.
so we were thinking of like something because his style is pretty dope. Like he's an artist, so he paints, he draws, he does like photography. He's a videographer. He has like his own brand of clothes and stuff like that. So I was like, what if we just like mix like our styles together and start making some merch or something like that, or even have like our own art show with just like our stuff.
Oh no, that's nice.
Hmm.
Okay,
Not too much
so
though. Not too much.
not too much, a little, which I can accept.
Yeah, yeah,
But when it comes to that, is there what about him made you want to collab? Without telling too much, you said you were excited too. So what about him made
yeah.
you want to collab?
Because I've always like seen him at the different art shows, and it's just like seeing like some traits of myself, like like real cool, laid back, but quiet and observing. Talented, but not like gloating, like we the hottest shit out there. We know
Yeah.
that we confident in our craft because we know we low key, high key good at what we do.
Yeah.
And we just like kept in contact, and like I'll put him on to some shows, he'll put me on to some shows. So we've all always, had a good connection. So I want to do like a business sort of relationship to see how that goes.
Oh yeah, I get that. I mean, that makes sense. It's kind of it'll be beneficial for everyone, of course.
Hmm.
Like, and it'll probably be fun.
Yeah, I think so.
And again, in regards to like timing, I mean, you're gonna let us know later. You're
Yeah,
gonna like put that
I'll
on
let
your
y'all know.
page,
Yeah,
but it will be in the DFW area. We can all look forward in this area.
of course.
Okay, okay. As long as that's it.
Yeah, I'll let
But,
y'all know.
but in regards to the weirdo brand, what else? So you just mentioned you're doing a commission of T-shirts. Have you thought about creating T-shirts for your brand?
I have. So I recently got some more equipment so that I can start it. So I have like the heat press. I have like some shirts to practice on. I already have the designs and stuff. So that's something that I'm working on as
Oh,
well.
so if I wanted to commission you for some shirts, you could also do it.
Hmm.
Oh, 'cause I got some crazy ideas. We could
So do
part.
I.
I got some crazy comments that I be making. People know that I like to say anything. I've always been wanting to put something on the shirt.
Hmm.
You know, I don't know if I'll be able to wear these shirts everywhere, but different shows, different folks. I know
Yeah.
where I can wear it to,
Yeah.
but that'll be fun. Like when it comes to that, what else will be the next level from there? Like what else do you see your brand taking or you doing with it?
So I like to create artwork of like celebrities that I find are pretty cool. Like I support like their craft, like whether it's like singing or dancing or their fellow like creators. So like for example with Chris Brown, like I like to let them know, hey, I did this of you, and then like they'll either get the notification, they share it on the page. He's done that. He's come to my page, he's liked it, he shared it on his stories. I was like, oh damn. Or
Oh, I see
like
Erica Badu do it.
Erica Badu, yeah. So I was just
Yeah,
like,
that was
okay.
dope.
So I want to work with artists like that, like artists that I grew up with too, and then
Yeah.
collab. I don't know if we could, do like some T-shirts, Erica Badu or Chris Brown, how love,
Nah, for real, holla. I mean, because it's just about like being talented, being able to make those connections with those people. I'm
Hmm.
sorry, y'all. I didn't get bit up by mosquitoes. Ooh
Yeah, that's what
wee.
you're saying.
They are out. They are out. It's like what's wrong with y'all? Y'all been. I guess it was too hot for them to come out, and now they doing the most out here. Like
Doing the
my
most.
legs is toe up. Hoochie daddy season is over with. I'm not wearing no more short shorts. I need to put on some real pants.
Right.
But I think you collab with them would be great. I think it'll be
Thanks.
fun. And then of course also, you know, it's gonna happen. They've already seen it, peeped it, especially Erica. Erica love Dallas. Erica loves this
Hmm.
area. Erica loves artists,
Yeah.
the arts in general. She loves. And then, she's definitely someone that'll be like, I'd be jealous you work with Erica, man. I
Man,
love Erica.
look,
I I
I'm
just think she's
trying.
I think her whole energy, her whole vibe is just it's real. It's down to
Her,
earth.
yeah, her being is beautiful.
Oh, I like that. Her being is that's a shirt. That's a shirt saying right there. My being is beautiful. That's that. See, you throwing some stuff out there. You throwing money, just like randomly come out. But
Boom. Straight like that.
but I know you said this is one of the pieces you've been working on.
Hmm.
Um, how long does it normally take you for your process for that to have been created? How
Hmm.
long ago?
So I actually did this in a week. There are times where like I work on something and it'll be like for hours. Like literally like I'm clocking in and working on it all day, and then next day I'm doing it, like I'm taking breaks, I'm taking a lunch break. So with this one in particular, it took me a week to do it. So then I'm like, I want to do something else. Like I had all this, extra energy in my mind and I just needed to get it out. So I started to do like a series of like self portraits, like in different types of designs, or like watercolor
Mm.
paintings, like the talented creator. So something that's going to help me get whatever I need to get out, but also bring me like peace because it helps me like relax my mind.
Yeah,
So,
it helps clear. So after you paint
hmm
like all day, you probably get the best sleep.
hmm I'll be asleep. Yeah. And
It
it's good.
is a good sleep.
I'll be asleep hard, lines and everything when I wake up.
I know you said that you do it like all day, like it's a job. Does it ever feel like it's a job, or does it always feel like it's
Okay.
an outlet?
So this is the funny part. Like I love to do this and I love to help people bring people's like ideas and visions to life. However, sometimes it feels like a job because I'm like, okay, like I have to do this. Like I have to do this, or like they're paying me to do this, so I have to. So it's like I get like kind of stressed out and like hard on myself. And then
Yeah,
it kind of takes the fun out of it. But then I have to remember, like, okay, look, this is what you asked for. So this is what comes with it.
I understand that. Is there I get the feeling. It's like I love like my paychecks. Like, ooh,
Yeah.
them paychecks.
I love to
But
get paid.
clocking in to work,
Hell
going to
no.
work, feel like work.
Sometimes like while I'm on the clock, I'll work, but also on my work too. So I'll do
Oh
both.
yeah. Oh, of course. Like working from home, being able to have my computer set up, I'm able to do whatever I want to do, like on the side to have make sure I have my stuff together on
Yeah.
top of having work together. I
Yeah.
mean, work is nice, but that's not all of me. That's not all I have out here to do in the world. That's all I bring to the world.
Mm-hmm.
And even though I have to be at the job for 8 hours, doesn't mean I have to. I shouldn't be able to do my other fun stuff on
Exactly.
while I'm there.
Because this is not my life.
Right? It's not like it's like it's about being happy with my life. And my job, like I said, the paychecks. I love the paychecks. I won't complain.
Yeah,
Uh,
I have to think of it of like my full time is supporting what I really want to do.
yeah, it's a right now. It's a
Mm-hmm.
right now.
Temporary.
And with I'm going back on the weirdo thing. I know you said about in regards to being a kid, you kind of felt they kind of gave you the title weirdo. What as an adult you think people would say makes you weird or like
Oh
kind of be
my
like a weirdo?
God. You got some, how much time you got? No, I'm playing. So I'm extremely goofy. Like sometimes I was just talking to a friend about this, like, damn, like sometimes I just be sick of myself how goofy I am. Cause it's like I can't help it, like I have to get it out. So like I may seem like I'm cool, but in my mind, like there's a whole bunch of shit going on and I'm
Going
laughing and all of that with myself. So I would say that. I remember one time I was dating this one chick and she got mad. It's like, you always so damn cool and laid back. Why don't you listen to some
feel
trap?
something.
Yeah, and I'm just like, I'm chilling, or like I'm laughing, I'm being goofy, and that was an issue with somebody else. So it's just, I think as an adult, because a lot of adults are so serious all the time,
Oh yeah.
they were like, man, she weird. She always laughing or joking around.
Yeah, people. I don't. It's like, why do you want to see me upset? That's what I don't understand.
Right.
I ask someone like, why do you want me to be mean and hateful and be mad and to be feel anything other than happy? Wouldn't you want me to see? Wouldn't you want to see me happy?
It's
Like,
so crazy. Like you got your earphones in, whatever you got in your ears, and you jamming in public, and people just like what was music made for then? Like for me to just
right.
sit there and just, that's
And
weird.
my thing,
That's
right? And
weird.
I'm not, and you're not going to stop me from enjoying my
Right.
music. That's all I'm saying. I'm gonna have a good time listening to
Exactly.
my music, even if you have your own little weird little feeling about it. I'm definitely still gonna have a good little time.
Yeah. No. So yeah, I just think me just being comfortable with who I am makes people feel like that.
Do you feel like being, being gay in Texas and also being more
Girl,
masculine presenting gay in Texas is hard? Like
try.
it's also one of those things that lead some people to kind of say you're a weirdo.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. You like whenever, especially when I go out, like it's always like whenever. Okay, I'll limit it to these art events. Everybody's just like looking at me like, "You're Evalyn?" Yeah, I'm a. I am. Because I guess they're like expecting like someone who's like small and feminine. Because like, yeah.
No, I understand. It's because
Am
they
I?
not realizing like um, I think it's give me 1 second. So I think it's kind of how I look at it when I go out is that I try to not go to
Okay.
the restroom, like the bathrooms, unless like I absolutely have to, or I have maybe a more feminine friend that go with me, or I plan on giving like this explanation of I'm not a guy. Like I went to a concert recently, and like second I walked into the bathroom, I was like, I'm not a guy, I'm just a gay.
Yeah.
I'm not a guy, I'm just a gay. Let me go to the bathroom. Oh, yeah, I think we lost. So we lost Evalyn until she comes back. Like we're having some technical issues. But yeah, had to keep saying to people that I wasn't a guy. It's just the looks, and it's like I understand. I have a short haircut. Sometimes I wear a hat, but I still feel like if you really look at me, or like at least I open my mouth, I have a very feminine voice. You'll be able to realize that I belong in the bathroom. On top of just being able to read as an adult, And I can see a sign that says female or women before I went in it. With like a picture of like a dress. But regardless of that, people are weird themselves and not a positive way. I feel like we should be more open minded instead of being just making the assumption just because you see someone wearing a certain attire. It's not becoming, people. Going to see. I think maybe her phone died. I kind of hope not. I'm gonna wait and see if she's able to get back in. Let me see. See, nothing at the moment. I hate to end it early, guys. I'm still trying to give her opportunity to come back. See. Okay, we just made sure she's able to get back in. But yes, being a weirdo. I mean, I think it's great. I think it's great to be different. Like, I don't ever want to be like everyone else. Like, I think it's boring to be like everyone else. I want to always fit in. Sometimes you're meant to just stand out. If you stand out naturally, you should just stand out. And if people don't like it, I mean, fuck them. People, people didn't like Jesus. Let's be real. And I feel like if you have any doubts about this being yourself, or you around people that make you doubt, like, or make you want to change who you are, and you like who you are, then you definitely got to change your surroundings instead of yourself. Well, guys, I don't know where she is. I'm gonna go ahead and end it here. I do want to thank you all for tuning in. I'll probably end up having her back to kind of make up for this time. But until next time, you guys, it's been another great episode. I definitely love you guys. Stay tuned. We have another great episode.
I'm so sorry about
She's
that.
back. You're back. No, it's okay. It's okay. All right. Your phone died? Did your phone die?
My phone died and I didn't realize it was dying, so that's my bad. My bad, y'all.
It's cool. I called it. I said her phone probably died. But hey, you back. And
Okay.
you called us in time. In regards to, being a weirdo, I was finishing the story about how I went into, it was actually the Chris Brown Little Baby concert. So it was a bunch of females. And I went into the bathroom and I was just like, I'm not a guy. I'm a gay. And I just said that a couple times and just made my way out, in and out real quick.
Yeah, it's just a trip that I even have to do that. Like, I just made a TikTok basically saying like all I have to do is just put a hat on and I have a haircut and people automatically assume that I'm a man, and I'm just like,
that's it. And it's like, is that all that classifies someone as a man? And it's like, it's so little. Like, women don't wear t-shirts and jeans. Women don't wear t-shirts and pants and shorts, and women don't wear these things.
I think it's more of like what society makes it seem like a woman is supposed to be.
Yeah, I think a woman can't be masculine at all. If there's any sign of any masculinity in a woman, she's a man.
Right.
Or she's automatically gay too, because there are also women that are very masculine that are not
Exactly.
gay.
Exactly.
There also are men that are very feminine that are not gay. It's just because that's who they are, that's how they feel comfortable, and people look at them as they're weird, but no, you're weird for judging them, for them being happy.
That's what I say. Like, you weird.
Yeah.
So.
You weird. Like, why did I never should have someone loving someone else bothered someone so bad.
Right. You're not paying my bills.
Like, am I loving? Like, is like the more you see me love, does it hurt you? Like,
Right.
do you realize no one may never love you for you? Is that what it is? Is that what it is?
Just flip
That's what it is. We're gonna talk about it.
Reverse psychology. Yeah.
Yeah, we're gonna talk about it. If my love make you feel like no one will love you, maybe you should go talk about that.
Yeah. That's a good way to spin it.
Yeah, I just don't. That's the main thing I think people are truly weird about, is actually like and the negative aspect of being a weirdo is judging someone for doing something that isn't hurting anyone else. Like, it isn't it isn't against the law. Even if it's against the law, it ain't your business. If it ain't hurting you or a child or elderly person or another, like physically hurting another adult, and that, I mean mentally, all that, it's just something simple they're doing just for themselves.
Yeah.
Why does it bother you so much?
I don't know. I've always wondered that too, and I'm just like, I'm comfortable with myself, and a lot of people aren't, which is why being myself is weird. That's the crazy thing. Like, you so messed up with
Yeah,
yourself that it's an issue for you for me to be.
right,
That's crazy.
right, and it really becomes like this is seem like a you problem.
Yeah.
Like that's the definition of a you problem.
Right. It's your self esteem. It's called self esteem for a reason.
Right. Like you have to hold yourself accountable. You also have to hold. We also have to be held accountable about. When you were out, I was saying about if you're around people that make you feel bad about being yourself or make you want to change who you are about yourself, you stop hanging around them.
Right.
Like if they can't appreciate your weird, like we all have a weird. We all are weird in our own way.
Yeah.
If your weird isn't detrimental, if your weird is just you being you in a positive way, then you should surround your people with people that accept that and get away from that negative crowd, that negative energy. So
Exactly.
they're just stopping your shine.
Yeah. Nobody has time for that. I'm trying to shine
Oh,
as bright as I can.
right. And speaking of shining, you just had an event on this following Sunday. How was that?
That was pretty cool. It's like a dance battle competition. So that was pretty cool. I've never been a vendor at a dance competition before. And it was pretty cool to see a bunch of dancers. I was like, man, y'all got some good knees, because ain't
They
no
be
way
doing
in
some
hell I can do
things,
that.
right? They be out there just
Doing it, flipping
popping.
it. More power to you. That's why I paint and you do that, because ain't no way. I
Oh
think it's
yeah,
pretty
no.
cool though.
I think being able to do I think first of all I can dance, but not like that. I think being able
Yeah.
to do that is cool. Like I can't really draw. I can like outline
Yeah.
pretty decent. So that's why I appreciate the arts because it let me know that there are some people with some like magnificent minds that can create all these magnificent images and these dance moves and all this and movies like who
Mhm.
and write all this magnificent stuff. So it gives me excitement. I get happy to see someone like being able to do something I can't do that I think is cool.
Yeah. I know exactly what you mean. I love art in all aspects. So dance and watching them dance is like pretty cool.
Was it how many like vendors were out there? Like how did you connect with any vendors that were there?
There's vendors that I've seen before, some new vendors. It's pretty easy to like, well, for me, like, just to talk to people. Like, hey, what's up? How you doing? Okay, I see you. Got the beads. All right, you spiritual. Like, make it, be cool, because people are so like stuck up, or like so like, I don't know if I should say something like,
Afraid.
yeah, this is how you market. This is how you meet new people.
I was gonna say yeah.
This
You
is how
got a network.
yeah, exactly. This is how you expand, and this is how you grow. You got to get out of your shell eventually. So it's pretty
I
cool.
say, do you have any upcoming events you want to tell everybody about?
As of right now, I am not sure, but whenever I do have some, I always post it on my Instagram or my TikTok.
I got you. She always posted on her Instagram, people. So, in regards to the show, we are going to wrap it up here, but I do want you to talk about where these people, well, I got your IG. Talk
Hmm.
about how people can contact you about commissions and about getting these dope hats and other things since you coming out with a t-shirt. Y'all gonna see me bust out with a t-shirt. Y'all gonna be confused.
Straight up.
Uh, but tell everybody, where they can reach out to you and how to get in contact with you.
Yeah, so on my Instagram, I have a link that anyone can go through, see my page. I have like my business email on there. Um, my phone number may be on there. I don't know. I probably took it off because people were just doing too
Crazy.
much. But you can hit me up DM on Instagram, or you can go through my email, whichever you prefer.
Well, yes, y'all see the IG at the bottom. Definitely follow her so that way you're able to see any upcoming events. And then, of course, you want to get a dope hat or a painting, or as she said, she got a few things coming up,
Hmm.
t-shirts, commissions. I just want to thank you for coming out, man. It's
Thank you
been
for having me.
a great talk. always like enjoy talking to people with passionate mindsets about their art and their artistry. Um, I'll also make everyone always promise to come back.
Oh, definitely.
Okay, great.
I'll be back.
It is a no friend podcast
Yeah.
tradition that I make everybody come back. You know, especially when y'all blow up. I hold these videos so that way y'all can't ever say y'all ain't tell me this.
Yeah. I don't know who that is.
Well,
Look.
you come a millionaire. Be like, hold on. Remember you said you're gonna come back? I want that right now.
Oh yeah, I'll be back.
I need that comeback.
Yeah, of course.
But thank you again, man. Hope you have a wonderful rest of your night. Everyone for watching, listening. I want to thank you. We have another great episode next week. Tune in here. I'll be here. Other than that, y'all, peace.